Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing today? Spire's on fire here. Just wanted to do a quick video, little bushcrafting thing, trick that I've learned. This here is a ferro rod. You strike it and it throws sparks onto it. So you can start a fire with some tinder you processed out in the wild. This could save your life someday. I'm sure you all know what that is. There's lots of videos on that. There's lots of videos on bushcraft actually. I'm just doing this because, well, it's COVID-19 lockdown and we're all kind of stuck inside. And I find that with whatever you're dealing with, depression or feeling down, feeling isolated, if you keep your hands busy and your mind occupied, it seems to help with everything. So just a quick video today on how to put a 90-degree spine on your knife. So I've got a couple examples of my knives on the table here today. I've got a mora I recently purchased. First one I've actually owned, actually. I know these are super popular in the bushcraft world, but I've never owned one because I always thought they were kind of cheap. This one cost me $12 on Amazon. It is a standard plastic sheath. The handle is a similar style plastic. I don't know what it's actually made of, but it's two-tone color. The blade is carbon steel, highly polished, as you can see. It's got a nice sharp factory edge on it. I'm not going to mess with that today. I'm going to be talking about the spine on the rear here. So moras, even for $12, they're a great knife, really sharp from the factory, like I said, but they don't have a sharp spine on them, so you can't really scrape wood or strike a ferro rod with them. So you got to spend some time, because this spine here, this edge right here, is rounded over so that it won't cut you. But what you want with a ferro rod is you want it to dig in so that when you pull it, it'll throw sparks. And I had kind of like that. So as you can see, it took a while to get that to actually work, because these spines are not 90 degrees. So what you need to do is take a file, whatever you got handy, preferably a flat file like such as this. And you don't need a vise to do this. A lot of people, they want you to clamp it in a vise or whatever. But as long as you keep it fairly flat, not sure if you can see there. So you don't want it either way. You want it exactly as 90 degrees as you can make it. Try and, like, you can even hold it against your body a little bit. I find that works for me. And then and it doesn't take long. You don't want to remove too much material. You just want to make it so that there's a burr on the one side, and it'll strike the ferro rod. Now, instead of setting my house on fire with my family in it right now, I'm going to show you a trick on how you know if it'll take a spark from a ferro rod. Is use your fingernail. So what you do is, you want the burr on this side, whichever handed you are. Like if you're left-handed, obviously you want the burr on the opposite side. But I'm right-handed, so I want the burr on this side, left side of the blade, so that when I turn it upside down to use the ferro rod, it grabs it. And see, it's throwing sparks a lot easier already. But I'm going to show you, so you don't burn your house down, how you can tell. You can feel there's a burr on here now, but also if you flip your hand over, this is a little bit gross, but you can actually, see that? You can scrape your fingernail layer off. And it's not taking a lot off, it's just a little layer of skin there, or fingernail I mean. But that's how you can see. All right, that's enough of that. It's kind of gross. But that's how you can see that the edge is good, and it'll take a ferro rod and make sparks. So, moving on. This is a hunt shield. It's a knife you can get at Canadian Tire. The Mora you can get off Amazon for about $12, $13, and it's a decent knife, like I said. Just have to adjust the spine on it to strike a ferro rod. And then this is a hunt shield from Canadian Tire. I am in Canada. This knife retails for about $29 at the store, but every once in a while they have sales. I think I paid $17 or $18 for this on sale, which is pretty good. I mean, it's saving about $10. The sheath, nothing fancy, nothing to write home about. It's cheap leather. I don't even know if it's real leather or not. But the knife is really cool. It has this black micarta style handle. That's the fit and finish on this is really, really good. There's really no gaps in it. I apologize for the lighting. I'm trying to do this in my basement. But I like the classic styling of this knife because it has the black and chrome, kind of an old biker look. And the finger choils here, the grooves here, are really nice in the hand for using the knife this way. But also you can notice that this part isn't the blade, even though the handle kind of stops here, this line. This isn't a blade, this isn't sharp, this is a finger choil as well. And it's up on an angle so that you can choke up on this and use it for doing really fine tasks like shaving, making feather sticks or whatever you're doing. But you can really get a lot of control that way. I don't know if you can see that in the frame there. And it's got a little bit of jimping right here, and it's not sharp, it's just enough to get it a nice grip there. But also this finger choil here is really cool. So again, I've already messed with this one, got it to a 90. So again, I'll show you, just taking the fingernail off. So I know this one will throw sparks. So this one's good. And again, hunt shield, Canadian Tire, really cool knife. Okay, and then that was kind of the mid-range. This is kind of my high-end knife, or I know there's knives out there that are like $200-300, but this knife is I bought on Amazon as well. It was about $125. It is a Gerber strong arm, and this thing is just awesome. Perfect size blade for doing pretty much anything. No jimping, very, very plain, but very thick. As you can see, the blade is super thick here. It's almost a 90-degree spine now, but I'm just gonna touch it up, make it spark a ferro rod. Fine edge, comes pretty sharp. I've touched it up a little bit. Made in America. You got a pummel here, or skull cracker, whatever you want to call that. But this handle is amazing. It's super grippy. I mean, it's like a rubber overmold of this handle. And this knife comes with a super stealthy multiple carry plastic polymer sheath. It is basically, a lot of military use this as a fighting knife. So it comes with a sheath that's kind of MOLLE compatible, and you can strap it to your chest rig or your bag or whatever. I bought this sheath on Amazon aftermarket for it. It just fits it nice. I think the sheath was about $30. Just because I find the polymer hard sheaths, they hang really weird on my belt and when you get in and out of the vehicle and stuff. But this is just a nice leather sheath for it, so it works. So I'm going to show you how to put the 90 on here on the spine. So right now it's sliding off, it's not doing anything. So what you want to do is you want to hold the knife, like I said, take the file, make sure you got it. Now most of the fire striking I'm going to do is at this, near the pommel, or near the handle, the guard here. So you want to try and keep it as 90 as possible to the blade. Again, you don't want to roll the edge over, you just want to kind of make a burr on this side of the knife so that it'll strike a ferro rod. So I'm going to kind of hold it against my stomach a little bit. Because this knife is coated, you can kind of see what you're doing. It doesn't take long. So it's a little sharper now. Let's see if it'll... Oh, yeah, there we go. So that's it. That's really all you got to do. Just get it to grip and strike your ferro rod. A couple of passes with the file and you're good to go. All right, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Stay home. Keep the infection rate low. And we'll see you all in the next one. Spires on Fire, signing out.